When you think about celebrities whose lives constantly stay in the headlines, one name that always pops up is NBA YoungBoy. The rapper has built a reputation not only for his powerful music but also for living a life that keeps fans talking almost every single week. But this time, the internet is buzzing for a completely different reason. A shocking situation involving one of YoungBoy's baby mamas has suddenly exploded online, leaving fans stunned and social media completely divided. The claims that recently surfaced have sparked thousands of reactions across the internet, and many people are asking the same question: could this situation actually damage the rapper's career? Now, before we break everything down, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on notifications. This channel brings you the latest celebrity news, trending stories, and entertainment drama, and you definitely don't want to miss what's coming next. Alright, let's get into the story. For years now, NBA YoungBoy has been one of the most talked about artists in hip-hop. Coming straight from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he quickly rose to fame with his emotional storytelling and raw style of music that resonated with millions of fans around the world. Unlike many rappers who rely heavily on flashy lifestyles or club anthems, YoungBoy built his career around something much deeper. His music often reflects real-life pain, struggles, heartbreak, and the challenges of growing up in difficult environments. That honesty is exactly what made so many fans connect with him. Even when the rapper faced legal troubles or controversies, his supporters stayed loyal. Every time he released a new project, it would quickly rack up millions of streams. His fan base is known for being incredibly dedicated, often defending him whenever criticism appears online. But along with fame came a complicated personal life. One topic that has followed YoungBoy throughout his career is his relationships. The rapper has multiple children with different women, and over the years several of those relationships have occasionally become public conversations on social media. Fans have watched as different situations unfolded online, sometimes leading to heated discussions and rumors. While some of the mothers of his children have stayed relatively private, others have occasionally shared their feelings or experiences publicly. And that's where the latest drama begins. Recently, one of YoungBoy's baby mamas reportedly made statements online that immediately caught the attention of fans. Within a short time, screenshots and clips began circulating across social media platforms like wildfire. People were reposting the claims everywhere. Twitter threads started appearing. TikTok creators began making reaction videos. Instagram blogs quickly jumped on the story. Suddenly, the internet was filled with conversations about what was said and what it might mean for YoungBoy's reputation. For fans who follow the rapper closely, this moment felt intense. While he has dealt with controversy before, this particular situation seemed to strike a different nerve with the public. Some supporters immediately stepped in to defend him, saying the rapper is often targeted by rumors whenever he's doing well in his career. Others were more curious, wondering if there was any truth behind the claims being discussed online. And as you can imagine, the internet had plenty to say. Within hours, comment sections were flooded with opinions. Some people believed the story was being exaggerated, while others felt it raised serious questions about the rapper's personal life. One thing was clear though, the story had already gone viral. And when something involving NBA YoungBoy goes viral, it spreads incredibly fast. Part of the reason for that is the rapper's massive online presence. Even when he isn't actively promoting something, his name still trends regularly across social media platforms. Every interview, every song release, and every rumor involving him quickly becomes a major topic of discussion. That level of attention can be both powerful and dangerous. On one hand, it keeps his name constantly circulating in pop culture conversations. On the other hand, it means that even small controversies can quickly turn into major headlines. And that's exactly what seems to be happening right now. As more fans began talking about the claims, people started digging through past posts and previous relationship drama involving the rapper. Old interviews and social media comments resurfaced as fans tried to understand the bigger picture. Some people began analyzing his past lyrics, wondering if any of his songs might secretly reference the kind of situations being discussed now. Others simply watched from the sidelines, waiting to see if the rapper himself would respond. Because historically, YoungBoy doesn't always address controversies directly. Sometimes he stays completely silent and lets the internet argue on its own. Other times, he responds through his music, dropping lyrics that seem to indirectly speak about whatever drama is happening around him. And if you've followed his career for a while, you know that when YoungBoy turns real-life situations into music, the results can be incredibly powerful. Many of his biggest songs were born out of emotional or controversial moments in his life. But this situation might be one of the most unexpected ones yet. Why? Because the claims coming from this baby mama are stirring conversations not just about relationships, but also about responsibility, reputation, and the pressure that comes with fame. And the truth is, being a global music star doesn't make personal life any easier. If anything, it makes everything more complicated. Every argument, every misunderstanding, and every emotional moment has the potential to become public entertainment for millions of people online. For someone like NBA YoungBoy, that level of attention can turn private conflicts into global headlines overnight. And that's exactly why fans are watching this story so closely right now. Because depending on how things unfold, this could either become another short-lived internet drama, or something that leaves a lasting impact on the rapper's image. But the most shocking part of this story hasn't even been fully discussed yet. Because what the baby mama allegedly revealed next is the part that really made fans stop scrolling and start paying attention. And trust me, when those details started spreading online, the reactions were intense. But before we get into that part of the story, things are about to get even more surprising. So after the initial claims began circulating online, the conversation surrounding NBA YoungBoy quickly grew even bigger. What started as a few viral posts soon turned into a full-blown internet debate, with fans, bloggers, and commentators all trying to figure out what was really going on behind the scenes. As the screenshots and clips continued spreading across social media, people began analyzing every detail. Fans were reading between the lines, trying to understand exactly what the baby mama was implying with her statements. Some posts suggested that there had been long-standing issues between the two, while others hinted that certain personal struggles had been hidden from the public for a long time. And once those claims hit the internet, the reactions came pouring in. Some fans immediately jumped to YoungBoy's defense. They argued that the rapper has faced rumors and accusations many times before, and that people often try to bring him down whenever he's on top of the charts. Others, however, felt that the situation deserved more attention. They believed the claims raised serious questions about relationships, responsibility, and the pressures that come with fame. Within hours, the story became one of the most talked about topics in hip-hop discussion forums and celebrity gossip pages. TikTok creators started making breakdown videos. Twitter users began debating whether the accusations were believable or exaggerated. YouTube commentary channels started preparing videos just like this one to explain the situation to their audiences. And suddenly, what might have started as a personal disagreement had become a global conversation. One reason the story spread so quickly is because NBA YoungBoy already has a very passionate and active fan base online. His supporters are known for being extremely loyal. Whenever someone criticizes him, his fans often step in quickly to defend him. But this time, even within his fan community, opinions were mixed. Some supporters insisted that the situation was being blown out of proportion and that people shouldn't rush to judge without hearing the rapper's side of the story. Others admitted they were surprised by the claims and hoped the truth would come out soon. And then there were the casual observers, people who don't necessarily follow YoungBoy closely but became interested simply because of how viral the story became. For them, the situation was another example of how complicated celebrity life can be. Because behind the fame, the luxury, and the success, celebrities still deal with the same relationship challenges that ordinary people face. The difference is that their personal problems often unfold in front of millions of viewers. And once social media gets involved, things can escalate very quickly. Another interesting detail about this situation is how fans began connecting it to the rapper's music. Many listeners pointed out that YoungBoy has spent years talking about trust issues, broken relationships, and emotional pain in his songs. Some fans even started revisiting older tracks, wondering if certain lyrics might have been referencing personal conflicts long before they became public. That's one thing that has always made YoungBoy's music stand out. His songs often feel like open diaries, filled with honest reflections about his life. So whenever drama appears in real life, fans naturally try to link it back to the stories he tells in his music. But while the internet kept speculating, one important question remained unanswered. Would YoungBoy respond? Historically, the rapper has handled controversy in different ways. Sometimes he chooses silence, refusing to address rumors or online arguments. Other times, he responds indirectly through his music, releasing songs that seem to send messages to the people involved in the drama. And occasionally, he might speak out directly through social media or interviews. At this point, fans were watching closely, waiting to see which path he might take this time. Because depending on his response, the entire situation could shift dramatically. If he stays silent, the internet will likely keep debating the claims without any clear resolution. But if he decides to speak out, that could change how fans interpret the entire story. Meanwhile, industry insiders were also paying attention. Not just because of the drama itself, but because of what it could mean for YoungBoy's career moving forward. Despite all the controversies that have surrounded him over the years, NBA YoungBoy has managed to remain incredibly successful. His albums consistently perform well on streaming platforms. His YouTube videos regularly gain millions of views. And his fan base continues to grow, even during times when he's facing legal challenges or public criticism. That kind of resilience is rare in the music industry. Many artists struggle to maintain their popularity after repeated controversies, but YoungBoy has somehow managed to keep his audience engaged. Some analysts believe it's because his music feels authentic. Fans feel like they're watching someone who's constantly fighting through real-life struggles rather than presenting a perfect image. But even with that strong connection to his audience, situations like this still create uncertainty. Because public perception can change quickly. In today's digital era, a celebrity's reputation can be influenced by viral conversations almost overnight. One trending story can shift the way millions of people view an artist. That's why many observers are waiting to see how this situation develops over the coming days and weeks. Will the story fade away like many internet controversies do? Or will it continue growing into something much bigger? Right now, no one knows for sure. But one thing is certain. The internet is watching very closely. And as long as people keep talking about the situation, NBA YoungBoy will remain right at the center of the conversation. But the reactions from fans in the music industry are only part of the story. Because there's another important factor that could influence how this entire situation unfolds. And it has everything to do with the powerful relationship between celebrities, public image, and modern internet culture. As the situation continued trending online, the reactions became even more intense. What started as a viral claim quickly turned into a massive discussion about celebrity culture, relationships, and the pressures that come with fame. For artists like NBA YoungBoy, public perception can shift incredibly fast. One moment, an artist is trending because of a new hit song. The next moment, they're trending because of a personal controversy. That's simply the reality of modern internet culture. Fans today feel more connected to celebrities than ever before. Through social media, people can see artists' daily lives, relationships, opinions, and even their arguments. While that level of access creates stronger fan loyalty, it also means private issues can easily become public entertainment. And that's exactly what seems to be happening with this story. As more people discussed the claims made by the baby mama, the internet began splitting into different sides. Some fans continued defending YoungBoy, arguing that celebrities are often targeted by rumors or exaggerated stories. They pointed out that the rapper has faced countless controversies in the past but still managed to remain successful. Others believe the situation might push the rapper to reflect on how his personal life affects his public image. Then there were people who simply watched the drama unfold without choosing sides. For them, it was another example of how unpredictable celebrity life can be. But if there's one thing everyone seems to agree on, it's that NBA YoungBoy has one of the most fascinating careers in modern hip-hop. Despite legal challenges, public controversies, and constant media attention, he has continued to dominate streaming platforms and maintain a strong fan base around the world. Very few artists manage to stay relevant while dealing with so much pressure. And that's part of what makes YoungBoy such a unique figure in the music industry. His fans don't just listen to his music, they feel connected to his story. They've watched him rise from difficult circumstances in Baton Rouge to become one of the most recognized rappers of his generation. His journey has been filled with ups, downs, and moments that constantly keep the public interested. That's why stories like this spread so quickly. People feel emotionally invested in what happens next. Another important factor to remember is that not everything shared on social media tells the full story. In many cases, online drama can become exaggerated as people add their own opinions and interpretations. What starts as a single statement can quickly turn into dozens of different narratives. That's why some fans are choosing to wait for official responses or verified information before making any final judgments. And of course, everyone is wondering the same thing. Will YoungBoy address the situation? If he decides to speak publicly, it could completely change how fans understand the story. Sometimes when celebrities respond directly, misunderstandings get cleared up quickly. Other times, the response only fuels even more conversations online. But there's also another possibility. YoungBoy might decide to respond the way he has many times before, through his music. Throughout his career, he has turned personal struggles into powerful songs that resonate with millions of listeners. Some of his most emotional tracks came directly from real-life situations he experienced. So if the rapper chooses to address the situation creatively, fans will definitely be listening closely to every lyric. Because with artists like NBA YoungBoy, music often becomes the place where the real story gets told. And sometimes, those musical responses end up becoming major hits. But beyond the drama, this situation also highlights a bigger issue in today's entertainment world. The line between public life and private life has become extremely thin. Celebrities are expected to share their lives with fans, but at the same time they're judged for every mistake or misunderstanding that becomes public. That pressure can be overwhelming for anyone, especially someone constantly under the spotlight. And when family relationships are involved, the situation becomes even more complicated. Because behind every headline and viral post are real people with real emotions. That's something many fans try to remember while watching these stories unfold. At the end of the day, the truth about this situation may only be fully known by the people directly involved. But one thing is certain, the internet will keep talking about it for a while. For NBA YoungBoy, this is just another chapter in a career that has already been filled with dramatic moments. Some controversies have faded quickly. Others have shaped the way fans see him as an artist and as a person. Only time will tell where this situation fits into that story. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think these claims could actually damage YoungBoy's career? Or do you believe his loyal fan base will continue supporting him no matter what happens? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video and want more updates on celebrity news, hip-hop drama, and trending entertainment stories, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our latest uploads. Trust us, when big stories break in the entertainment world, you'll want to be here for the full breakdown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Clapperboard.